Hello, and welcome to the Voices of Vista. I'm Emily Daniels, and today we'll be looking at how students at Vista have been affected by Trump's controversial executive order on immigration. On January 27th, the president signed an executive order that temporarily banned refugees from 7 Muslim-majority countries for a period of 120 days. This ban sparked protests in airports all over the country, and federal judges from the U.S. Court of Appeals suspended the executive order. With Trump hinting at revising the executive order, the conflict is far from over. Today we have 3 students from the Vista Student Muslim Association to talk about their personal experiences of the ban. Okay, so we have Kareem Ahmad, Noor Ahmed, and Shukri Suhir here, and you guys are from the Muslim Association, right? Can you talk about that?
So the Muslim Student Association is a club we started in our sophomore year, so 3 years ago. Basically, it's a place for us Muslims to kind of get together, hang out, and also we volunteer, so to kind of give back to the community.
Yeah, so we basically volunteer at a local food bank, which helps homeless people and such, and we make bags and relief bags for homeless people at the
That's awesome.
the food bank. Yeah.
Cool. So about the executive order, do you guys remember your initial reactions when you found out about it?
All right. So for me, at least, I was sitting on my couch and I was watching the news, and I saw on the on CNN about how Trump is imposing this travel ban on 7 predominantly Muslim countries, and I was following him when he was campaigning and talking about having a Muslim ban, an explicit Muslim ban. And then I was kind of laughing at the fact that now he calls it a travel ban instead of a Muslim ban, but not really a ban at all on his Twitter. And, it just confused me at first. And then I had to, dive deeper into the topic to get a better understanding of it. And, yeah, that was my initial reaction. It was just sheer confusion.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion. Yeah, definitely.
By the time he actually put the ban in place, I wasn't surprised. I was like, okay, he's done something else stupid. But so I was a little angry, of course. But it's you kind of get into the place where you kind of expected it.
Yeah.
Which is not good, but yeah.
The disappointing part is that you're like, oh, just another president doing that. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you say that it affected the local Muslim community at all? Just in the past few weeks? Have you noticed any difference, in emotions or anything?
Maybe not too much in emotions, because this is something privately we joke about all the time, kind of like just this
Ongoing joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But more with mosques, you see a lot more people trying to get together to kind of get closer to the religion and things like that. It's kind of
Yeah, we feel like we need to maintain a better sense of unity in these difficult times for our community, especially when we see a rise in basically people not liking us more. So we're just trying to stick together and stay strong, basically, way out the storm for this one.
It's awesome.
yeah, whenever anything like this happens, interfaith usually rises a lot. Interfaith work with churches and synagogues and things like that. But I mean, my mom works at an Islamic school, and every time something like this happens, they get death threats and things like that. So, we do take stuff like this really seriously. But at the same time, we know, that the law is on our side. So.
Awesome. Yeah. Have you noticed in your environment has maybe even amongst the non-Muslim communities, have you noticed a change at school or just in daily life?
Well, my mom, she wears the hijab, right? The traditional covering that Muslim women wear. And lately, ever since Trump has been starting to campaign, and since he got elected, we've been getting a lot more dirtier looks when we go out in public and stuff. And we haven't had any confrontations so far, but it's still quite scary to go out and to see people look at you differently than if you didn't have that hijab on, especially since Trump has risen to power.
So. Yeah.
I haven't seen too much myself. Part of it has to do where you hang out, who you hang out with, and so I haven't seen too much of it. But you hear things.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's also, it's a horrible thing what he did, but it's like a lot of time for a long time before Trump began campaigning, people were like, oh, Islamophobia doesn't exist, like, you're just, like, hyping it up, it's not real. And I think after, him campaigning and saying all these things, people are like, oh wow, it really does exist. So a lot of people are becoming more aware of the situation that we are in every day.
So my last question, just to end it off, if you could say one thing to the Trump administration about the executive order, like advice or anything, what would you say?
Refugees and immigrants are people, and we are all the same, whether Muslim or Jewish or Christian or atheist or no religion or you don't care. I mean, like, we're all the same. We're all people, and people who come to America and to the United States, like most of our parents have come, like Kareem and I and Noor, our parents are from overseas, and when they came here, they want to live the American dream, and they want to hold American values. So it's not like those people coming from those 7 predominantly Muslims, the vast majority of them, they don't want to harm Americans. They want to live with us, and they want to assimilate into our society and culture. So I feel like Mr. Trump should open his eyes a bit and see the bigger picture and how Muslims are not terrorists or a detriment to American society, but can contribute positively to the United States.
And even if you decide you're going to be one of those people that just doesn't care and, refuse to feel anything, well, think about this with pure logic. One of the big things that, the radicalizers, they use is, one thing they like to promote is that there's a war between the West and Islam. And the other thing is they feed on this isolation. So if we're going to start banning people and pretty much making it explicitly a Muslim ban, you're helping the side you're trying to fight through this ban. So you're making the problem worse.
I mean, this is pessimistic, but I think
It's okay.
he's already decided what he believes and how he's going to run his administration. And, he's just a president. They come and go. And whether he's here for 4 or 8 years or less than that, it doesn't matter necessarily what he does. What matters is the will of the people. And I think, a lot of people have spoken out against it. And if he does anything more to agitate wounds that are already there, people are really going to, come out against him. So it's in his best interest, not even in our best interest, for him to, change his mind.
Mm-hmm.